most important conversation you will ever have is not with the world outside you. It's with yourself. The words you whisper to your heart, the beliefs you carry in your mind, and the way you see your own worth create the blueprint for your life. When you learn how to talk to yourself with love, faith, and power, you begin to shape your reality in ways that feel like miracles. Your words carry creative power more than you may ever realize. Every word you speak, whether aloud or in the quiet chambers of your mind, is a seed planted into the fertile soil of your subconscious. What you repeatedly tell yourself becomes the foundation upon which your life is built. If your words are filled with doubt, fear, or limitation, you will unconsciously create experiences that confirm those beliefs. If your words are filled with love, faith, and strength, you will create a life that reflects those higher truths. Think for a moment about the way you speak to yourself on a daily basis. Are your words gentle and encouraging, or are they harsh and unforgiving? When you face challenges, do you say, "I can't handle this"? Or do you remind yourself, "I am capable, I am resilient, and I will find a way"? The difference between those two inner dialogues may seem small, but it is the difference between feeling powerless and stepping into your own strength. Words are not just sounds. They carry vibrations, and those vibrations ripple through your body and out into the world around you. Imagine saying to yourself every morning, "I am hopeless. Nothing ever works for me." Those words don't just stay in your mind. They sink into your heart, they shape your posture, they affect your energy, and they influence the way others respond to you. Now imagine instead beginning each day with, "I am grateful for this day. I trust that something wonderful is on its way to me." Can you feel how different those words are? They uplift, they energize, and they open doors in the mind that were closed before. The truth is that your life will always move in the direction of your most consistent words. If you speak of lack, you will notice lack. If you speak of possibility, you will begin to see possibilities. It's not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing to direct your focus toward what you want to expand. Words are like magnets. They draw to you experiences that match their energy. That is why learning to speak to yourself with love, hope, and confidence is one of the most powerful tools you will ever have. Your inner dialogue has been shaping you since childhood. Perhaps you grew up hearing words that were unkind or discouraging, and without realizing it, you adopted those words as your own. You may find yourself repeating, "I'll never be enough," or "I don't deserve happiness," simply because those phrases were spoken to you long ago. But here is the beautiful truth. You are not bound by the words of the past. At any moment, you can choose new words. You can rewrite the language of your life. Start by listening to how you speak to yourself. Notice the phrases that arise when you make a mistake, when you look in the mirror, or when you dream about your future. If you hear criticism, replace it with kindness. If you hear fear, replace it with faith. If you hear doubt, replace it with possibility. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," try saying, "I am learning, I am growing, and I will find my way." Instead of saying, "I don't deserve love," affirm, "I am worthy of love, and love flows to me easily." Repetition is key. Just as negative words gain power when you repeat them often, positive words also grow stronger the more you affirm them. At first, your mind may resist. It may tell you that saying, "I am successful," when you feel far from success is dishonest. But remember, you are not lying. You are planting a seed. Seeds do not show their beauty the day they are planted, but with care and persistence, they grow into something magnificent. The same is true with your words. Begin and end each day with a few powerful statements. Stand in front of the mirror and declare, "I am worthy. I am capable. I welcome abundance. I am grateful for all that is unfolding. Say these words with conviction, even if they feel awkward at first. Over time, your subconscious will accept them as truth, and your outer life will begin to mirror your inner language. Your words can heal or they can harm. They can build or they can break. Choose words that heal, words that build, words that remind you of your strength and your worth. When challenges arise, speak to yourself not with despair, but with determination. Tell yourself, this too shall pass. I am learning what I need to learn. I am becoming stronger every day. Never underestimate the power of a single phrase. A sentence spoken in love can shift your mood, change your perspective, and set a new course for your day. A phrase repeated with faith can align you with opportunities and guide you toward your dreams. The world around you is listening to the vibration of your words, and the universe responds accordingly. So choose words that match the life you want to live. Choose words of abundance, of love, of gratitude, of strength. Speak to yourself as if your dreams are already unfolding. Affirm, I am living my purpose. I am open to miracles. My life is filled with blessings. The more you speak this way, the more your life will rise to meet those words. Remember always, your words are not just expressions of who you are. They are creators of who you become. Speak with love. Speak with faith. Speak with power. And watch as your words turn your dreams into reality. Doubt is a quiet voice that lives in the corners of the mind, waiting for the right moment to whisper, "You can't. You're not ready. You don't deserve this." Most people live with that voice for so long that it feels normal, almost natural. Yet doubt is nothing more than a habit of thought, a story you've told yourself too many times. The beautiful truth is that it can be replaced, and the most powerful tool for replacing it is loving affirmations. Loving affirmations are not empty phrases. They are declarations of truth, reminders of your worth, and invitations to the universe to align with the life you desire. When doubt arises, it usually comes disguised as protection. Your mind thinks it's keeping you safe by saying, "Don't try. You might fail." But safety is not the same as fulfillment. The words of doubt keep you small, while the words of love and affirmation expand you into your potential. The key is to recognize that you have a choice. You can either agree with doubt and shrink, or you can respond with affirmations that lift you into courage. Think about the way doubt feels in your body. When you say, "I'm not good enough," notice how your shoulders sink, your energy drops, and your motivation fades. Now contrast that with saying, "I am more than enough. I am capable of achieving wonderful things." Immediately your energy shifts, your posture strengthens, your heart opens, and your mind begins searching for opportunities instead of obstacles. This is the creative power of affirmations. They transform not just your thoughts, but also your emotions and actions. Replacing doubt with loving affirmations is like reprogramming a computer. Every time you tell yourself, "I am not ready," it is as if you are entering a command into your system that keeps you frozen. But when you say, "I trust the timing of my life. I am ready for the next step," you are giving your mind a new program to follow. Over time, the old programming loses its grip, and the new language becomes your natural way of thinking. It is important to understand that affirmations are not about pretending that challenges don't exist. They are about choosing to focus on the truth of your strength rather than the illusion of your weakness. When you face a difficult situation, doubt might say, "This is too hard." A loving affirmation answers, "I am resourceful. I can handle this step by step." Doubt might whisper, "You always fail, Ball." A loving affirmation counters, "Every experience is teaching me. I grow stronger and wiser each time." The words you choose become the lenses through which you see your life. The repetition of affirmations is what makes them powerful. Doubt has power because it has been repeated so many times over the years. To shift that, you must consciously practice new words. Begin with a few simple phrases that speak directly to the areas where you feel the most doubt. If you doubt your worth, affirm daily, I am worthy of love and success. I matter. If you doubt your ability, say, I am capable of achieving anything I put my mind to. If you doubt your future, affirm, if life supports me and good things are on their way to me. At first, affirmations may feel strange or even untrue, but just as you came to believe the voice of doubt through repetition, you will come to believe the voice of love by practicing it daily. Speak your affirmations out loud with conviction. Write them on paper and place them where you can see them. Repeat them in moments of stillness before sleep and upon waking. The more you expose yourself to words of love, the quieter the voice of doubt becomes. Imagine carrying 2 buckets of water, one labeled doubt and the other labeled faith. Each word you speak pours water into one of those buckets. If you constantly say, I can't, the bucket of doubt overflows, drowning your potential. But if you choose to say, I can, I will, I trust, the bucket of faith fills up, and soon it becomes the source from which you draw your strength. Your life will always flow in the direction of the bucket you feed. There will be moments when doubt tries to rise again, especially when you are stepping into something new. In those moments, pause and take a breath. Instead of agreeing with the fearful thought, gently replace it with a loving affirmation. Tell yourself, I am safe, I am guided, I am supported. Feel the calm wash over you. From this place of reassurance, you can move forward with clarity and confidence. Remember that every great success story is written by someone who learned how to speak to themselves with love in the face of doubt. They didn't silence the voice of fear by force. They simply spoke louder with words of belief. And with time, the voice of belief became the dominant one. You too have that power. You are not defined by the doubts of yesterday. You are defined by the affirmations you choose today. Speak words that honor your strength. Speak words that celebrate your worth. Speak words that invite abundance, joy, and love into your life. Each time you replace doubt with a loving affirmation, you are rewriting your destiny. You are aligning yourself with the life that has been waiting for you all along. So when doubt whispers, remember that you have the final word. Let that word be love. Let it be faith. Let it be a powerful affirmation of who you truly are and all that you are capable of becoming. Over time, these words will not only change the way you think, they will change the way you live. So often, we extend kindness, patience, and compassion to others, yet we forget to offer the same gentleness to ourselves. If someone you care deeply for made a mistake, you would comfort them. You would say, it's okay. You're learning. You'll do better next time. But when you make a mistake, how often do you hear yourself say, you're such a failure. You'll never get it right. This is where transformation begins. When you learn to talk to yourself as you would to someone you love. Imagine for a moment that you are your own best friend. Would you speak harshly? Would you criticize every flaw? Of course not. You would encourage, uplift, and remind yourself of your strengths. Talking to yourself with love doesn't mean ignoring your weaknesses or pretending you're perfect. It means choosing to respond with the same compassion you would naturally give to someone you care about. The words you use with yourself matter deeply. They shape how you feel about who you are and what you can become. If you constantly scold yourself, you create an inner environment filled with fear and self-doubt. But if you speak to yourself with understanding and encouragement, You create a safe inner space where growth and healing can take place. Just like a plant thrives in sunlight but withers in darkness, your soul flourishes in the warmth of loving words. Think about how children learn. When a child is trying to walk and stumbles, no loving parent would say, "You're hopeless. You'll never get it." Instead, they say, "That's okay, keep going. You'll get stronger." The child feels supported and tries again until success comes. Now imagine if you began speaking to yourself in that same way. Each stumble in your life could become a stepping stone if you simply said, "I'm learning. I'm growing. I trust myself to get there." Talking to yourself as you would to someone you love also means becoming aware of the silent conversations happening in your mind all day long. You might not always speak the words out loud, but your thoughts carry the same weight. When you think, "I'm not good enough," your body feels the heaviness of that belief. When you think, "I am worthy of love and happiness," your spirit lifts, and your actions begin to reflect that truth. Self-talk is not background noise. It is the script by which you live your life. You may have been conditioned to believe that being hard on yourself is the path to improvement, but harshness only breeds more resistance. Love, on the other hand, is the soil where true change blossoms. When you talk to yourself with love, you're not excusing your mistakes. You're empowering yourself to rise above them. Self-compassion gives you the strength to keep moving forward, while self-criticism keeps you trapped in the cycle of guilt and shame. Start paying attention to the words you use in simple daily situations. If you forget something, instead of saying, "I'm so stupid," try saying, "It's okay. I'll remember next time." If you look in the mirror and notice imperfections, instead of saying, "Look terrible," affirm, "I am beautiful in my own way, and I honor my body for all it does for me." With time, these small shifts in language create powerful shifts in your self-image and confidence. Loving self-talk is also about encouragement. Think of the way you cheer for others when they are reaching for a goal. You say, "You've got this. Keep going. I believe in you." Imagine whispering those same words to yourself every morning. Before you start your day, tell yourself, "I am capable of amazing things today. I trust myself. I welcome good things into my life." The energy of those words will carry you and guide you toward opportunities. It may feel strange at first to speak kindly to yourself, especially if you've spent years criticizing your every move. But just as relationships with others grow stronger through consistent kindness, your relationship with yourself will heal and flourish through consistent loving words. Every time you choose compassion over criticism, you build trust with yourself. You prove that you can rely on your own inner voice for support rather than sabotage. Think of it this way: you are with yourself every moment of your life. The one person you cannot escape is you. Wouldn't it make sense to become your greatest ally instead of your harshest critic? When you talk to yourself with love, you create a partnership with your own soul. You become both the nurturer and the nurtured, both the encourager and the encouraged. And here is the secret. The way you treat yourself sets the tone for how others treat you. When you respect yourself through kind self-talk, you naturally set boundaries and attract relationships that honor your worth. People mirror back to you the way you already speak to yourself. If your inner voice says, "I am valuable, I am lovable," the world will begin to agree. So make the choice today to become gentle with yourself. Catch the moments when you are tempted to criticize and replace those words with encouragement. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend, with patience, with compassion, with love. Remind yourself daily, "I am doing my best, and my best is enough. I am worthy of kindness. I am deserving of love. With each loving word, you will feel your confidence grow, your heart soften, and your dreams draw closer. The voice you hear most often in your life is your own. Let it be a voice that heals, inspires, and lifts you. When you talk to yourself as you would to someone you love, you open the door to a new reality, one filled with peace, joy, and the limitless possibility of your true self. Visualization is often spoken of as a powerful tool for creating the life you desire. But many people overlook the step that makes visualization truly effective, the way you talk to yourself. Talk is the foundation of your inner vision. Before you can see it, you must speak it. Before the picture forms in your imagination, it begins with the words you tell yourself every day. Your self-talk gives color, shape, and direction to your inner world. And that inner world is what eventually becomes your outer reality. Think of self-talk as the language of your imagination. When you say to yourself, I am successful, your mind begins to build an image of what success looks like for you. When you say, I am living in abundance, your imagination starts painting scenes of opportunities, prosperity, and fulfillment. On the other hand, if you constantly repeat, I'll never make it, nothing works for me, your mind will visualize obstacles, failures, and closed doors. The words you choose act as commands to your subconscious, and your subconscious always obeys. Visualization is not simply about daydreaming. It is a creative process, and self-talk is the fuel that keeps it alive. If you want to picture yourself living in your dream home, don't just see it in your mind. Begin telling yourself, I deserve a beautiful home that nourishes me. I am attracting it right now. I am so grateful it's already mine. As you repeat these affirmations, your inner vision becomes sharper, more real, more believable. The stronger your belief, the faster life begins aligning with that vision. The mistake many people make is trying to visualize while still speaking negatively to themselves. They try to imagine abundance while repeating, I'm always broke. They try to picture love while telling themselves, nobody wants me. This inner conflict blocks the process. Your self-talk and your visualization must agree. When they work together, they create a powerful current that pulls your dreams into reality. Consider how athletes prepare for competition. They don't just see themselves winning in their minds, they also talk to themselves with determination. They say, I am strong, I am ready, I am capable of winning. Their self-talk strengthens their visualization, and their visualization directs their self-talk. Together, these practices prepare both the mind and body for success. The same principle applies to every area of life, whether it's health, relationships, career, or personal growth. Visualization begins with self-talk because words shape belief, and belief shapes vision. If you want to picture yourself living your dream life, you must first speak words that make that dream believable to your subconscious mind. Say to yourself, I am worthy of success. I trust life to support me. My dreams are unfolding with ease. As you repeat these words, your inner vision becomes a natural extension of your self-talk. Instead of trying to force an image, it arises naturally because your words have made it possible. One powerful practice is to combine affirmations with visualization at the same time. For example, if your dream is to have financial freedom, close your eyes and visualize yourself holding money, paying your bills with ease, and enjoying the freedom that wealth brings. While you hold that vision, speak affirmations such as, money flows to me easily. I am grateful for my financial abundance. I attract prosperity in expected and unexpected ways. This unites the spoken word with the mental image, making your subconscious believe it is already real. Over time, your subconscious begins to accept these visions as truth, And because your subconscious mind influences your actions, decisions, and even the energy you radiate, you start naturally moving in the direction of your vision. Opportunities that once seemed invisible suddenly appear. Solutions to problems reveal themselves. You begin to behave like the person you have been affirming yourself to be. This is not magic. It is the power of aligning your self-talk with your visualization. It is also important to remove the language of doubt when you are visualizing. If you say, "I hope this works," your mind receives uncertainty. Replace it with, "It is working. It is already mine. I trust the process." The words you use must carry certainty and love, because they become the bridge between your imagination and your reality. Visualization is a gift you can practice every day, but it always begins with self-talk. The conversations you have with yourself are either watering the garden of your dreams or feeding the weeds of your doubts. Speak with intention. Choose affirmations that align with the life you want to live. Paint pictures in your mind that match those affirmations. Feel the emotions of already having what you desire. With each repetition, the vision grows stronger, and soon your life begins to reflect the inner world you have been nurturing. Remember, the words you speak to yourself are the sparks that ignite your imagination. Speak with love, speak with faith, speak with confidence, and your inner pictures will become clearer and brighter. As those pictures grow, they will guide your actions, shape your beliefs, and transform your reality. Self-talk is the beginning of all visualization, and visualization is the beginning of creation. When your words and your visions align, you hold in your hands the power to turn your dreams into reality. Creating a ritual of daily self-talk is one of the most transformative practices you can bring into your life. Just as you brush your teeth or eat meals every day without fail, your mind also needs daily nourishment. The way you begin and end your day sets the tone for how you think, feel, and act in every moment in between. By developing a consistent practice of speaking to yourself with intention, you reprogram your subconscious mind, strengthen your confidence, and align your energy with the life you want to live. Think about how most mornings begin for people. They wake up, grab their phone, and immediately feed their mind with outside noise. Messages, social media, the news. From that very moment, their mind is reacting instead of creating. But imagine starting your day differently. Before reaching for anything external, you take a deep breath, look in the mirror, and speak loving, powerful words to yourself. You say, "I am grateful for this new day. I am ready to receive blessings. I am capable of handling whatever comes my way." Those words do more than just sound good. They direct your mind towards strength, gratitude, and possibility. A ritual of daily self-talk doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, the simpler it is, the more powerful it becomes. The key is consistency. Choose a specific time each morning and evening when you will pause to speak affirmations. It might be when you are brushing your teeth, looking in the mirror, or lying quietly before sleep. Anchor the ritual to something you already do every day so it becomes natural and easy to sustain. Over time, this practice reshapes your inner dialogue until positive self-talk becomes your default way of thinking. Start your mornings with affirmations that energize and uplift you. For example, "I welcome this day with joy. I am worthy of love and success. I am open to new opportunities." These statements remind your mind of your worth and prepare you to face the world with confidence. Say them out loud if possible, because speaking with your voice carries more power than thinking them silently. Look into your own eyes in the mirror as you speak, so your mind and body feel the truth of your words more deeply. During the day, when challenges arise, return to your affirmations. If you feel stressed, pause and say, "I am calm. I am centered. I trust that everything is working out for my highest good. If you feel doubt creeping in, say, I believe in myself. I have overcome challenges before and I can do it again. This ongoing conversation with yourself becomes a shield of strength, protecting you from the pull of negativity. Evenings are just as important as mornings. Before you go to sleep, your mind enters a relaxed state where it absorbs information more easily. Use this time to plant seeds of encouragement. Instead of reviewing your mistakes or worrying about tomorrow, close your eyes and affirm, I am proud of myself for today. I release what I cannot control. I am grateful for all that I have. I trust tomorrow will bring even more good. These words send your subconscious to rest peace, preparing you to wake with clarity and renewed energy. Repetition is what makes the ritual effective. At first, your affirmations may feel uncomfortable or unnatural, especially if you've spent years criticizing yourself. You might even feel resistance, as though your mind doesn't want to accept these new beliefs. That is normal. Remember, doubt and negativity became strong because they were repeated for so long. With consistent daily practice, loving words will grow stronger too. Eventually, they will feel natural and the old negative self-talk will lose its power. To deepen the ritual, you can write down your affirmations in a journal each day. The act of writing reinforces the message in your mind. You might also create a short list of affirmations for different areas of your life. Health, relationships, finances, self-love, and repeat them daily. For example, if my body is healthy and strong, I am surrounded by love. Money flows to me easily. I love and approve of myself. By personalizing your affirmations, you make them even more meaningful and effective. Creating a ritual of daily self-talk is not just about repeating words. It is about cultivating a relationship with yourself. It is about becoming your own encourager, your own healer, your own greatest supporter. When you speak to yourself with love each day, you build inner trust. You begin to feel safe in your own presence. And that safety allows you to grow, take risks, and pursue your dreams with confidence. Life will always bring challenges, but with this ritual, you carry within you a steady source of strength. Your self-talk becomes an anchor that keeps you centered no matter what is happening around you. Over time, you will notice how differently you move through the world. You will carry yourself with more ease, attract more positivity, and open yourself to greater possibilities. Every great change begins with a single choice. Today, choose to create a ritual of daily self-talk. Commit to starting and ending each day with words of love, gratitude, and strength. Repeat them until they become the very language of your soul. As you do, you will witness a powerful truth unfold. The way you talk to yourself becomes the way you experience your life. Every word you speak carries energy, and that energy goes out into the universe, waving itself into the fabric of your life. The conversations you have with yourself are not small, fleeting whispers. They are blueprints shaping the experiences you live. When you truly believe that your words shape your world, you begin to pay attention to how you speak, both silently in your mind and aloud in your daily life. Words are like seeds. You plant them in the garden of your mind, and with time, they bloom into the reality you walk through. Too often, we speak against ourselves without even realizing it. We say things like, I can't, I'll never, or it's too hard, not knowing that every repetition of those builds walls around our potential. Think about how many times you've told yourself a story of limitation, and then watched your life align perfectly with that story. It is not because you lacked ability or opportunity, but because your words created a mental environment where growth felt impossible. Once you awaken to this truth, You can begin to choose words that uplift, encourage, and expand your life instead of words that diminish it. Imagine for a moment that your words are paintbrush strokes on the canvas of your life. If you constantly paint with dull, dark colors, your picture will reflect sadness, lack, or struggle. But if you deliberately paint with vibrant shades, words like I am worthy, I am capable, I attract abundance, your life begins to reflect that brightness. Words carry vibration, and the universe responds to vibration. Speak with fear and worry, and you attract situations that match. Speak with faith and love, and life begins to open doors you didn't even know existed. The transformation begins with awareness. Listen carefully to how you speak to yourself. Notice the tone of your inner dialogue. Do you encourage yourself the way you would encourage a child learning to walk? Or do you criticize yourself before you've even tried? Becoming aware of your words is like turning on a light in a dark room. It allows you to see clearly what needs to be changed. Once you notice, you can choose to shift from self-defeating statements into affirmations of power and possibility. When challenges arise, your words matter even more. You may be tempted to speak from fear, saying things like, I'll never get through this, or this is too much for me. But in those very moments, you have the chance to plant seeds of strength. Try replacing those thoughts with, I am stronger than I realize, or life always supports me. By doing so, you are training your mind to look for solutions instead of problems. Over time, this practice rewires your belief system, and the reality you live begins to mirror the strength and confidence you are speaking into existence. It's important to understand that your words do not just influence your inner world, they shape how others respond to you as well. When you speak confidently and lovingly about yourself, others begin to see you through that same lens. Your words radiate outward, carrying an energy that others can feel. This is why people who consistently affirm their worth often attract better relationships, healthier opportunities, and greater abundance. Their inner dialogue spills over into their outer reality, and it becomes a cycle of growth and expansion. One of the most powerful practices you can adopt is to create daily affirmations that align with the life you wish to experience. Write them down, repeat them aloud, and let them become the language of your heart. Phrases like, I am worthy of love and success, I am open to miracles, or every day, I grow stronger and wiser, can slowly transform the way you see yourself and the world around you. At first, it may feel unnatural, especially if you've been speaking negatively to yourself for years. With repetitions, affirmations begin to sink into your subconscious, replacing old limiting beliefs with new empowering ones. You are not powerless. You hold the brush, the seeds, the vibration that shapes your life. Every morning, when you wake up, you are given the chance to speak life into your day. Every night, before you sleep, you can send words of gratitude and peace into your subconscious, letting them work while you rest. The more consistent you are, the more quickly your reality shifts. Your words are not just sounds, they are energy in motion, and energy creates form. So believe in the power of your words. Believe that every sentence you speak is either building you up or tearing you down. Believe that your inner dialogue is not just talk. It is the foundation upon which your future is built. When you fully accept that your words shape your world, you no longer take them lightly. You begin to speak with intention, love, and faith. And as you do, you will watch your life blossom into something more beautiful than you ever imagined.